everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we are on my island Barnacle, which is my abandoned tropical paradise island type thing, and we're going to be building right next to the entrance where we built in my last build. So if you haven't seen that build yet, go check that one out first and then come right back here. Now before we get started, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Come and join the Jellybean family. Now let's get started with today's build. The idea for today's build is to build an abandoned building. Now I know I said in my last video, I was like, I don't really want a building straight off the entrance, but this isn't straight off the entrance. This is to the side. This is next to the entrance, so it's okay. So we need to use our imagination a little bit for this building. And now this building used to be a shop. I don't actually have any signs to put up on the top level of the shop when we build the faux building, but you'll see what I do when we get to it in a bit. But yeah, we're just going to pretend that this was a shop. Now I'm not too sure, but I'm probably going to build a few more other buildings on this island. I would really like to do maybe a cafe and maybe make it look like it's an abandoned cafe. I might try and see if there's any like green food just to make it look moldy, and I know that sounds disgusting. I'm sorry if anyone's eating, I'm very sorry, but yeah, I think that'd be quite a good idea. And then maybe have like some of the chairs just scattered around randomly. Maybe that could work. I might try that out and see how it comes out. And so yeah, if you see it in a video, you know it worked out well and I enjoyed it and it looked good. Also, if you have any other ideas of things that you think would look good on this island, let me know in the comments down below. I love reading your guys' comments, and your ideas sometimes are just mind-blowing, and I'm just like, yeah, need to build that. Yes. A bit like when we were building Puddle and you guys come up with loads of ideas for that, and yeah, that was just amazing. So yeah, if you have any ideas, let me know. Also, all the codes that I'm using in today's build can be found listed in the description down below. So if you see any you'd like to use on your island, you'll find the MAs down there, along with some of the creators' socials that I could find as well. So go give them some love over on their socials for their amazing designs, because they deserve it. Okay, so here we are making a start on the faux building. Now at first we've just got a 4x6. Now I don't really have the measurements for the whole final build because I'm going to be extending it and building upon it, behind it and to next to it as well. So I didn't bother going making a chart, so hopefully just by watching this video you can see how many squares everything is, and yeah, I'll try to do my best to explain as much as possible as I'm going through it. So on the top here we have a retro transportation stop, which I've turned to the side, and we've got 4 simple panels. I've got 2 abandoned windows there and a white wall next to them. And then on the right side, we're going to put another transportation stop. But first of all, we need to push these forward because apparently they weren't forward enough. There we go. You can see it from down here. Down on the bottom level, I'm just going to use 3 storefronts. Now, I've got these customized in the original customization, which is just the brown one, I believe. I don't actually know the proper name for it. But we're just going to put those in front because they're going to be the roof. On this left side, we're going to put a red transportation stop. And now I've decided to use red and yellow as the colors because I thought, you know what, they're quite bright tropical colors. I still want the tropical vibes to be going around, and some of these codes are a little bit darker, and so I need to add that splash of color so that you can still feel like you're on a tropical island, but you know, it's busted and rusted and abandoned now. In front of the 3 storefronts, we are going to be using 6 simple panels. I got 2 with closed window signs, 2 with broken windows, and 2 of those white ones again. Now we're back up here. I'm popping in that retro transportation stop like I said I was going to. I clearly just didn't have it in my bag at the time, so I had to go get it out of the wooden storage shed, but that's okay. And then back down here, I wanted to kind of corner that off properly, so I decided on another retro transportation stop, and this one we're using the rusted one. Back on the top of the building, this is up and down, I swear to gosh. We are back up here and we are just placing 2 more storefronts. This will make it look like the roof. I'm not too sure if I'm going to put 2 more up there as like back to back. I probably won't because I don't think you can see them that well anyway. And once again, we're back on ground level and we're just going to be fencing the shop off. Now I decided to go with the bamboo slats again because I just really like how they look. They look like they're slightly worn as well. So yeah, definitely perfect. To cover up any awkward parts of the building, all this fencing here, I've popped in some coconut trees. I wasn't too keen on the corner of the building there, so definitely putting this coconut tree in has covered it up ever so slightly, unless obviously you go looking for it, then you can see it, but other than that, no, it covers it up. Now in my last video, I did tell everyone about how I like to use the trees to cover the awkward angles up. And yeah, there's just a little bit of advice. So if you've got an awkward angle to a building or fencing or terraforming or anything, in fact, just chuck some trees down. chuck a tree down and it will cover it straight up. It works every single time flawlessly and I love it. Just while I'm popping down some of the sidewalk, I want to think about maybe some other features I could add to this island. So I was thinking of maybe getting a load of crickets because I am currently set in the month of June, so we can go and catch some crickets. I might hide them around the place and then you'll be able to hear the crickets as you're walking around, which I think would be quite amusing. Obviously you don't want to put too many down because that will just get annoying when you're trying to walk around the island, and yeah, that would just drive me crazy. I'm sure it will drive everyone else crazy when they visit the dream address as well. So we won't be doing too many, but I'm probably going to go around and catch some crickets and pop them in different places just because. So I was thinking maybe next to these trees it looked a little bit plain, so I've decided to kick away some of the sidewalk and pop some flowers in. It looks like the flowers have then grown through the actual sidewalk itself. So yeah, I really like how that looks. Now over here I'm going to pop down a diner sign and I'm going to be turning it off so it makes it look like this, you know, there's no electric here. This has been off for a while, it's been abandoned for a long time, and yeah, I think it looks really nice and I'm so glad I chose the orange, yellow and green combination because they just look good. They look good. We just need to imagine that the trash bags outside are full of some of the stuff that the shop was selling that people were trying to take with them and they just couldn't. They just had to leave it there. It's just been left there. And on these scattered papers, I do have a newspaper code, which I have put in the description. So if you'd like to use that one on your island, it's down there. I feel like any abandoned island or abandoned build is definitely more complete with the scattered papers. So yeah, we had to use those. Oh, and the leaf piles. So I've just popped down a bamboo light and I'm going to be placing down a hula model as well, a hula doll. I thought, you know what, these items should give you the vibe of what used to be. So these are basically the remains of a once beautiful, lovely tropical island that people used to love to come to and have a vacation on. And this is all that remains now. This is it. There is still some remains of the lovely prettiness like the bamboo light and the hula doll, but the rest of it is gone. And it's the same with this bench. I wish we could have rotten benches. I realised rotten furniture isn't actually a thing, so it would be called damaged benches, right? I wish we could have those, but it's okay. The lovely plastic bench gives me a pop of colour, so it's all good. And yes, I finally got my wooden field sign. I've already swapped the one over by the tunnel, but this is what they look like. I think they look really, really good, and I've popped this with a little metal code on, like rusted metal, which I think looks so good, and it just kind of makes it look someone's trying to block that area off, and, you know, someone's just pushed it out of the way. So I'm now back behind my building and I'm just doing a little bit of terraforming, and now this is just so that I can get up there basically and pop down some trees. I want to pop in some trees on this higher level because then it kind of looks like the trees are overgrowing from the building. Well, it's supposed to. It's supposed to look like that. Now, I didn't come up with this idea myself. I actually got this off Horrible Gaming, so the lovely Nora come up with this. Now, if you haven't checked out Horrible Gaming's channel, Nora is so talented. Oh my goodness. She makes islands look like easy. She makes them just look like a colouring book or something. I don't know. She's just amazing, and trust me, you need to go and check her out and her islands because she's done so many. She's done more than me. But yeah, anyway, these trees are meant to look like they're towering over the building. Now, you can't actually see the normal hardwood tree there because it just isn't tall enough, but that's okay. We're just going to leave it there for now anyway. Now, on the right side here, we're just going to be doing a little bit of terraforming, and then I've popped down some simple panels. Now, we're going to be doing an upper level to this as well, but as you saw, I had to extend the terraforming a little bit, so I'm actually able to get up there and put down the items I need. These are actually very easy to create because you only really need 4 simple panels and 1 bookcase. Now, obviously, if you want to extend it a little bit like I'll be doing in this build, you'll need a few extra simple panels and maybe a few extra bookcases. But yeah, other than that, that's all it takes because then it kind of looks like it's an apartment building in the distance. Now, like I said, I wanted to add an extra part to the side, so I'm just doing a little bit more terraforming here. Now, I do end up getting rid of this square because I don't end up making it the same height as the other one. So instead of having it with the 2 high building, I'm just going to use 1. Now, I'm going to use 2 simple panels, and I've got this lovely customization on them that looks like they're like overgrown balconies, which I am obsessed with. Now, as you can see, I'm knocking down that terraforming like I said, and I can see I have that really awkward bit of terraforming just sticking out to the left side there of the simple panels. And you know how I'm going to cover that up? Yep, you guessed it, I'm going to put a tree here. So let's fence this off quickly. We're using the bamboo stats again, and then we're going to pop down that coconut tree, and it covers it ever so perfectly. Now, to cover in the coconut tree a little bit better, I've popped in some bushes, and yeah, I like how it looks. So originally I was just going to stop it there and say, yeah, there's the build, but no, we are going to carry on and build a little bit more to the right side of the shop. Now I've decided to put down some of the sand code, and this is made by ColinCrossing. MA is in the description, and we're just popping this down because I'm actually going to pop down a gazebo on top of it. So there we go, we're going to pop down the gazebo, and this is the like kind of overgrown looking one, and I really like how it looks. I was undecided what type of simple panel I was going to use. I thought, you know what, we're going to go for a light wood. Now this wood code is actually an in-game wood code, so you can actually customize this yourself without needing any codes downloaded. So yeah, definitely use it because it's actually quite a nice wood code, to be honest. So I know you may be thinking maybe that wood code is a little bit too light, looks a bit too clean, too new. Don't worry about it. Keep an eye on, we're going to change it up a little bit. It's going to actually blend in quite nicely. So here I've just popped down a simple panel with a shutter customization on it. So it looks like there used to be a door there, but now it's not. It's been shuttered in, no one can get through. And to block off the awkward corner, we are popping down a tree. Because it did look like it was too new and too fresh, I decided to stick a storage shed in front, and it's a rusted metal one. And I think it looks really, really nice actually. I think the whole building's come together quite well. I'm so happy with how it's come out. And now it's time to pop down some wheat field. Wheat field is our long grass alternative because, you know, they decided not to give us actual long grass in the game that we could decorate with. And so it's okay. We have to kind of make do. And I love the wheat field item for that. Over here is still going to need a little bit of work later on. But for now, we're just going to pop down some plain light archways. Do you ever feel like you're being judged? Do you reckon he knows what I said in my last video about I don't want no sparkly unicorns on this island? He's still there, look at him, he's judging me, I swear to gosh. Also, I just chucked down some wires outside of the storage shed because I thought, you know, someone's been in there rummaging around trying to look for something, the wires have fallen out and they haven't picked them up because why would you if everything else is abandoned and everyone else is left? But we finished the build, so let's take a look around at what we've done today. So there we have it, we finished the build and having a look around at what we've done today, and oh my gosh, I'm so happy with how this area came out. I just want to build more. I feel like I can't stop right now. And remember, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Come and join the Jellybean family. I hope you have a lovely day and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye!